pass carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Overton. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Overton. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Overton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Randy Gregory. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 27, Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Wilson. They're going right back to Hamler. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run on 1st down. Teague, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 1st and 10, Overton. Flushed out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Overton. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Overton. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass.
obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Overton. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 2nd down, Teague. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and when we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they've picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Matt Breida, 30 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Swift. Room here to run. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's not 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. to throw. Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. It's fielded at the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Overton. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Overton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And some room to maneuver. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 69 yards on the ground for him so far.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Overton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breda. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Overton.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Overton.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Wilson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense points in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again in the fourth. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Off play action. Overton. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 84 yards. And the Lions use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. The point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
There's no doubt, Glenn, that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Play action. It's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Umpire threw the flag. Usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Flush to his right. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. We'll likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
On second down, Swift.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Overton.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Pat Surtain.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty.
This is caught inside the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I'm the best, I'm the best,